In the vastness of our planet, there are places so dangerous, mysterious, or forbidden that no one dares to set foot on them. Today, we explore one such place, the island where no one dares to go. Its history is chilling, its reputation terrifying, and its secrets remain locked away from the world. This is not your typical tropical paradise. Surrounded by endless waves and hidden under layers of myths, this island has been marked on maps for centuries, yet avoided by sailors and travelers alike. Why? Because those who dared to approach it never returned. Legends describe it as cursed, a place where strange illnesses, violent storms, or even supernatural forces drive away anyone who comes too close. While the idea of a forbidden island might seem like a relic of pirate tales, our own world is dotted with places so dangerous or mysterious that they are effectively off-limits. History provides more than one terrifying example. Deep in the Bay of Bengal lies North Sentinel Island. From above, it's a pristine paradise, but on the ground, it's one of the most dangerous places on Earth. It is home to the Sentinelese, an indigenous tribe that has lived in voluntary isolation for an estimated 60,000 years, rejecting all contact with the outside world. We know almost nothing about their language, culture, or beliefs. What we do know is that they guard their isolation fiercely. The Indian government enforces a 3-mile exclusion zone, but even this doesn't deter everyone. Any attempt to land is met with a hail of arrows. In 2006, 2 fishermen who drifted too close were killed. In 2018, an American missionary, John Allen Chow, met the same fate when he illegally attempted to make contact. North Sentinel Island remains a living mystery, a stark reminder that some parts of our world are not meant for us. But human hostility is not the only thing that can make an island forbidden. Sometimes, it's the echoes of the past. In the Venetian Lagoon, a short boat ride from the romance of Venice, lies Poveglia Island. Its reputation is so dark, it's known as one of the most haunted places in the world. Its grim history began during the bubonic plague, when it was used as a lazaretto, a quarantine colony. Tens of thousands of plague victims were shipped here to die, their bodies burned in massive pyres. It's said the soil is thick with human ash. As if that weren't enough, in 1922 a mental hospital was opened on the island. Local legend speaks of a sadistic doctor who performed horrific experiments on his patients. Eventually, driven mad by the ghosts he had created, he allegedly threw himself from the hospital's bell tower. Today, the island is abandoned and access is strictly forbidden. Fishermen won't even cast their nets nearby, fearing they'll drag up human bones. Locals claim to hear disembodied screams and see fleeting shadows in the decaying buildings. Poveglia is a place where history's pain has stained the very land, a permanent monument to suffering that no one dares to disturb. Some islands are avoided not because of people, but because of nature itself. Places like Snake Island in Brazil, where thousands of venomous snakes outnumber humans, are so dangerous that the government strictly forbids anyone from entering. Others are surrounded by myths, whispers of ghostly apparitions, cursed treasures, and strange disappearances. These tales keep locals and explorers away, adding layers of fear to already dangerous lands. But what makes these islands truly fascinating is not just their inherent danger, but a remarkable unintended consequence of our fear. By staying away, humanity has inadvertently become the guardian of these last wild places. Here, nature has been allowed to flourish, unchecked and untamed. These are ecosystems operating on their own terms, free from the scars of development, pollution, and the invasive species we carry with us across the globe. Imagine forests so dense that sunlight struggles to reach the floor, creating a world of perpetual twilight. Jungles where the symphony of life has never been silenced by the drone of a motor, and the air is thick with the scent of damp earth and unknown blossoms. This is nature in its purest, most powerful form. A fortress built by fear, preserving a world we have otherwise lost. Because of this profound isolation, these islands have become living time capsules, offering a glimpse into our planet's deep past. They are natural laboratories where the grand experiment of evolution has taken a different path. On these shores, life has been free to follow its own strange and wonderful trajectory, giving rise to species found nowhere else on Earth. Creatures that might seem like they've been pulled from a prehistoric age or a forgotten myth. But it's not just natural history that's frozen here. Some of these lands hold the ghosts of human ambition. The skeletal remains of a centuries-old shipwreck, slowly being consumed by the jungle. The faint outline of a settlement, long abandoned by colonists who could not conquer the island's brutal realities. These are silent monuments to the limits of human endurance. Stories of failure and retreat, now whispered only by the wind and the waves. And so, these places exist in a state of profound paradox. They are forbidden, often by international law, but more effectively by nature itself. They can be sacred, revered by nearby cultures as the homes of spirits or gods, places not meant for mortal feet. They are undeniably dangerous, a catalog of every primal fear we possess. Yet, through the lens of a satellite or the telephoto gaze of a camera, they are breathtakingly beautiful. The untouched shorelines, the vibrant coral reefs teeming with life, the volcanic peaks shrouded in mist. It's a beauty that beckons, that whispers of discovery. This is the ultimate temptation for the modern explorer. To set foot on these shores would be to risk everything, a gamble against insurmountable odds. But to turn away completely, to leave them as blank spots on our map, is to accept that some mysteries are not meant to be solved. It forces us to ask a difficult question. In an age of endless information, is the greatest act of discovery not to conquer but to preserve the unknown? The island where no one dares to go stands as a stark monument in the vast, indifferent ocean. It reminds us that even in our hyper-connected 21st century, where satellites map every corner of the globe, our world is still brimming with uncharted places and profound unanswered questions. This single, isolated landmass is a symbol for all the frontiers that remain stubbornly beyond our grasp. Some lands are cordoned off by human law, a deliberate choice to create a sanctuary. Think of North Sentinel Island, where an ancient tribe lives in voluntary isolation, protected from the modern world. Or Surtsey, a volcanic newborn island kept pristine for scientists to observe life taking hold from scratch, a natural laboratory untouched by human interference. Other places are guarded not by laws, but by nature's own formidable defenses. Brazil's Ilha de Queimada Grande, or Snake Island, is so densely populated with deadly vipers that a single step could be your last. The abyssal pressure of the Mariana Trench makes it more alien and inaccessible than the surface of the moon. These are realms where nature, not humanity, dictates the rules. And then there are the places walled off by fear itself, a barrier more potent than any law or physical obstacle. These are the zones of myth and tragedy, whispered about in hushed tones, places that have become synonymous with disappearance, disaster, or the paranormal. They exist as much in our collective psyche as they do on any map, their legends serving as a powerful deterrent. In an age driven by an insatiable hunger for discovery, the existence of such forbidden zones feels like a challenge. Yet maybe it's for the best. Perhaps some mysteries are not meant to be solved. Leaving these places untouched preserves fragile ecosystems, respects the autonomy of isolated cultures, and maintains a vital sense of wonder in our world. It's a humbling acknowledgement that humanity is not the master of this planet, but merely a part of its intricate and sometimes unknowable tapestry. So we are left with a fundamental question, one that echoes from the shores of every forbidden island. Is the relentless pursuit of knowledge always a virtue? Or is there a greater wisdom in restraint, in choosing to leave some secrets hidden forever, allowing the world to keep a few of its final, wild mysteries to itself?